Oh, you can't tell me that's not cool. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Wolfpack. I really just wanted to talk to you all about this fun toy camera that I've been using for the past several months and why I absolutely love it and why it's literally changed the way I've been taking photos. I just used it again today for Father's Day to pass out pictures to my family, and that never happens because I still have graduation albums from them that I haven't edited just yet. So with that said, this right here is the Fujifilm Instax Wide Evo. Now they had a smaller version, but this camera is so freaking cool. It's basically a digital camera where you can store and save the photos in it. But what's crazy is that it has internal storage, and then you can print out the pictures whenever you want. So it's not like a one-time shot like a regular Polaroid camera where whatever you shoot ends up being what is printed. And this one is a hybrid between that. So it's kind of like a digital camera, obviously not with the best quality photos, but the pictures themselves can be stored in here, and then you can print whichever ones you want and however many of them you want as well. So first you have your on-off button, which is right here to the side. And then it takes a second to load, so it's not super instant, but I don't think it's that slow either. What was that, like 3-4 seconds? And then you have dials on the left and on the right. Now there's a top glowing button here, and this changes what's printed out on the actual frame. This is my favorite one, which it just puts like a retro stamp on it, 6/15/2025. And then if you keep pushing it, what it does is it changes the type of look it has on the outside. So this one is what it says, collodion process, contact sheet, and it has like a Polaroid frame on the outside. Next one, there's a film strip. I love that look too, very cool. Or you could turn it off, that way it has absolutely no frame at all. And then there's also one with black bars that has a cinematic look to it. But I think this is a little redundant since you already have a frame on the Polaroid. So I just keep this on date stamp. And then the dial on the right here is gonna change the, gosh, I can't even express how much I hate this word, but it's gonna change the filter. Amber is my favorite because I really like the whole retro combination with the date stamp and this kind of grainy, almost green-orange look to it. So that's Amber. It has a summer look, normal without any kind of looks at all, vivid, a bit more saturated and colorful, warm, sky blue, light green, magenta. There are just a ton of things to look at. There's even a black and white filter as well. And then the left side here, this is when you can experiment with all kinds of techniques that are actually on the picture. Light leak is pretty cool, but I think this is a little too strong in pictures. You also have light prism, vignette, I like this one too. Soft glow if you want to accentuate a lot of the sunlight. Double exposure, color shift to make it look all weird and warpy. Monochrome blur, color gradient, beam flare, normal, and light leak. I actually keep this one straight on normal. And then some more buttons. You have a play, delete. I just realized that you can actually set your favorite settings here, so that way you can have all these presets dialed in and just push one button to change them around. And for your menu settings, you can also set a self timer, which I do all the time. This is actually my most frequent one that I use. There is a flash on board this camera here. You can set your white balance, macro shots or non-macro shots. There's actually a face detection here, which is actually incredible for such a small compact camera. You have different print quality modes. You can even change the sound to keep it quiet or not. And then the last function I wanted to mention here is that actually on the front, there's like I just realized that they have a front facing selfie mirror, which isn't the best because like no one looks at this, and it's also kind of warped, so it's hard for you to tell where you are in frame. One gripe I have about this camera, like yes, it is at a much lower price point at $350, so you can't expect, that much. However, it would have been nice if this had that GoPro type selfie screen, just so you can see exactly how you can frame yourself, because a lot of times it's like me and someone else and I want to give them a photo and they want like a selfie of us, so then you're looking like this and it's just awkward because you can't see that mirror at all. If it had just like a tiny little screen just so you can frame yourself by holding it instead of having to depend on a tripod every single time, that would have been a major upgrade, but we'll just have to stick with this tiny little mirror for now. And then there's also a little dial right here. This dial allows you to go between a wide angle mode and a normal mode. But I always leave it on wide because there's a reason why we have the Wide Evo, because you want a wide frame and everything. But there is that option as well in case you want it, and this is what it looks like. Let's use this one component of a game as an example again from Black Horse War, since I'm constantly working on this one. So we're going to push this dial up, and look how much wider that is. Like, that is a huge, huge difference. So I get all of this space with the wide, and then if I close it, it's super cropped in. So this is like the normal mode actually, and then it expands with the wide. So I love using the wide mode on this one. And then also, if you ever need to change the film, there's a switch right here, which you just open up, you turn off the camera, open this up, and then you switch in a new type of film. And let's look at the other one that I developed from earlier. So here's what that looks like. This is a picture of the Rascals table when I was working on it. So I love using this for actual board game pictures. It's really cool. You know, it comes out and looks super nostalgic. I love the feel of it. It looks very retro / vintagey. It's not the clearest, but that's not really the point of the picture. The point is just so that people have memories to hold on to. So I love this overall look, and you know, no one's using this for board games just yet, which is why I found it so fascinating to use this as a reflection of our hobby. And then on top of that, this Polaroid frame that I'm using, it's a new one. It's a metallic brushed one, so each time you print out a picture, it's slightly different, and it goes from like a bronze to silver color, and it kind of transitions, so each one is slightly different, and I absolutely love that. So bottom line, like, why do I love this camera so much, and why does it change the way I take pictures? Well, for one, I don't print any of my pictures out. Like, I should, but I don't. And the added convenience that this is a camera and a printer makes it an actual game changer. I know like people don't like that term, but it really does. It changes the game, because now I have physical, tangible photos that I can give out to all my friends, to all my family members when they're here, and they never get those pictures anyway because I take forever to edit them. And if anything, they get it through like a digital gallery system, and it will be on their phone, and once it's on their phone, it's like, what do I do with it? But then if you have a tangible photo like this, they can put it on their fridge, they hold on and look onto it. And I've seen people put this like by their desk. So it's a much more emotional attachment to this, and I love that it brings back the feeling of Polaroid with a digital camera hybrid, because you don't have to print out each and every one, and if you mess up one, that's okay, because it's stored here. You can always delete it, and you can always take a bunch more again, and then once you're happy with it, then you can print out whichever one you want. It also holds 10 Polaroids at once, and the battery for me lasts a good amount of time. I actually charge this like once every 2 weeks, but I also don't use it as an all-day shooter. Like, this is usually after an event, then I'll print it out. One thing I hate about it though is that the mounting option is on the side of the camera. Like, that's like, I don't understand the reason behind that choice at all. Like, I don't understand why it couldn't have been put right in the center, because you put it on a tripod like this and it's tilted, and I'm like, what was the decision behind this? It's just so awkward and weird, and I don't understand why it was made to be like that. It's also not the most compact camera. Like, I'm not gonna be able to put this in my pocket and carry it around, but I really like it carrying at least in my camera case for different shoots, because the best thing about this camera is that you can take pictures and then just give it out to people. From family events to friends just goofing around to taking portraits. Like, I love this picture of Junior. You know, I can give him a photo like this, take that and print it out just for him like that. Take some goofy ones of me and Luna and give that to my wife. I love this photo that I took of the Rascals table when I was setting it up. You can see all the components out like that. It's a completely different way to view our hobby. We don't get to see a vintage retro-y look for our games. I also combine this for portrait sessions. So like when I'm doing a shoot out with my quote real camera with the Canon R5, and at the end of the session, it's fun because then I can take like one portrait session of this and then give them something immediately that's, again, physical and tangible like that, so they can carry that home. Oh, one of my favorite things too is that during game night, at the end of the entire gaming day, you can take pictures of me and my friends and then give them a copy to take home. Like, you don't get to do that with other pictures. And then of course, me goofing around with Bonds at the end of our preview videos, and then I can give that to Bonds too. So overall, it's a bulky camera. It's not made to take the highest res photos, but it's made to take photos that you are gonna look back on, that you're gonna remember. And being able to have the option of keeping it here on a hard drive and also giving them a printable toy to play with, and that lever mechanism is one of the most satisfying things ever, and people love playing with that. Every time I introduce this camera to new people, I just have them play with the lever, and they are immediately hooked and they want to buy the camera. So hopefully there's more of this in stock. I think this one's been very hard to find for quite some time. I pre-ordered mine since day one, and it took like 3 months for it to arrive from B&H Photo, but I'll leave links down below in case I find it somewhere. But with that said, thank you all so much for watching another daily vlog. I hope you all enjoyed my quick little rundown of this Instax Wide Evo camera. If you have any other questions about this camera, let me know down in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to answer them after using this for several months now. So I have a good feel and a good grasp of how this works overall. And I'm excited to keep using it. If you made it here to the very end, go ahead and comment print, because we need to print our photos a lot more often, especially now in this extremely digital age. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow.